Ladies, let's just be real for a second. This is an honest talk. Because if we're being truly open, there's one part of intimacy that makes many women feel a little nervous, unsure, or even self-conscious. But here's the twist. It also happens to be one of the most powerful ways to light up a man's deepest desires and create a connection he'll never forget. I'm talking about going down on him, and not just doing it, but doing it with real confidence, with purpose, and with the kind of skill that stays in his mind every time his thoughts drift. Which, let's be honest, happens a lot. Now, this isn't about pretending to be someone else. It's not about becoming some fantasy character you once saw on a screen. It's about becoming the kind of woman who understands his body even better than he does. It's about discovering how to touch the deepest parts of his desire, not just to please him, but to fully own your sexual confidence in a way that leaves him completely overwhelmed, in the best way. What makes this so powerful isn't just the physical part, it's the energy you bring to it. It's the way you make eye contact, the way you tease, the way you take your time, the rhythm, the confidence in your touch. Because when you know exactly what you're doing, when you're the one leading, and you understand the deeper layers behind the act, he'll never see oral the same way again. And even more than that, he'll never see you the same way again. So in this video, I'm going to explain 5 powerful techniques that don't just turn him on, they drive him wild for you. These aren't just tricks, these are next level mindset shifts and physical skills that turn you from she's good to I can't stop thinking about her good. I want you to listen to what clicks with you, try it, explore what feels exciting, and most of all, do it in a way that feels powerful to you. Because intimacy is not about putting on a show. It's about being present. It's about knowing you can take your time, own the moment, and give in a way that makes him want to give everything back to you. Ready to learn how to go down with confidence and leave him wanting more of your body, your mind, and your soul? Let's go there. Taking it slow is everything. Don't rush straight into it. When it comes to giving a guy oral, a lot of women naturally think the point is to get straight to the action, to make him feel good fast, to get that response. But that kind of thinking is where most of the magic disappears. Because what truly drives him crazy isn't just the end goal. It's the build-up, the waiting, the feeling that you're not just doing something to him, you're right there with him, completely in the moment and enjoying every second. The first move is to slow it all down. Guys are visual, physical, and driven by instinct, but they also pick up on your vibe. When you're rushing, he feels it. But when you take your time, you create that kind of sensual tension that takes over his whole mind. You're not only showing him that you know what to do, you're showing him that you're leading. And trust me, nothing is hotter to a man than a woman who loves teasing him. It's a mental thing. It shows him that you're so sure of how to rock his world that you don't have to hurry. You'll take your time because you can. So instead of jumping right in, start on the outside. Literally. Use your hands, your mouth, your breath. Explore everything around the main spot. Kiss his thighs. Brush against him lightly. Let your lips stay on his skin with no pressure. All of that fires up his nerves. His mind starts racing. His heartbeat speeds up. And suddenly, he's focused on your every move. That's how you build anticipation. That's how you turn it from she's doing something for me to I can't get enough of what she's doing to me. And don't forget one key move, eye contact. When you pause and look up at him, hold his gaze. You're not looking for approval. You're showing him you're in charge and loving it. That one glance can send his mind spinning. It builds closeness, trust, and turns something physical into something personal and unforgettable. By the time you actually start, he's already halfway gone. Because for him, the tease wasn't just the warm-up, it was the main event. And once he sees how connected you are to his pleasure, how sure you are in that slow burn, he won't just want the feeling, he'll want you, your energy, your focus, your power. Remember, it's not about doing more, it's about doing less with more intention. Slowing down doesn't mean it's dull, it makes it addictive. It makes him feel like you are the entire experience. And when that happens, he's not just excited, he's completely drawn to you. Use your hands as part of the moment. A huge misunderstanding about going down on a guy is thinking it's all about your mouth, that your lips, your tongue, and your timing are the whole show. But here's what most men won't say out loud. It's when your hands and your mouth work together that things go from "this is nice" to "what is happening right now?" Your hands aren't just there to guide him or hold him. They're part of your sexual power. They let you create different layers of sensation, pressure, and movement that make the moment unforgettable. And the way you use them, it sends messages way beyond just physical touch. It says, "I know what I'm doing. I'm not rushing, I'm taking the lead," and that alone makes him melt. Here's how to do it. Don't start using both at the same time without thinking. Begin by softly exploring with your hand, almost like you're discovering what makes him tick. No tight gripping, just glide, tease, touch with intention. Let it feel thoughtful and sensual. When you add your mouth into the mix, let your hand work with it. If your mouth is on the tip, let your hand slide and twist gently at the base. If you're switching to using your tongue, keep your hand in motion to hold that rhythm so he's constantly feeling something. This is where you become almost hypnotic, because now his brain can't focus. Your hand and your mouth are hitting different places at different strengths. Suddenly, it's too much for his mind to handle in the best way. That's when he's not just physically turned on, he's emotionally caught up in the moment too. The real skill is in how you respond. Pay close attention to his breathing, the way his muscles tense, the way his hands reach for you or grip the sheets. All those tiny signals tell you what he's loving. And when you react, when you match your rhythm to what drives him wild, you're not just impressing him, you're creating something unforgettable. You're giving him a new kind of memory, one where he felt completely seen, fully taken over, and totally wanted. Most women think of their hands as just an extra tool, but when you learn how to use them with care, confidence, and skill, they become your secret advantage. That's how you go from "she went down on me" to "I can't even think about anyone else now." It's not about being perfect, it's about intention, control, connection. His pleasure isn't just something you give, it's something you guide. And once you get that harmony right, he won't know what hit him. Now let's talk about teasing. Because if there's one thing that can turn a man into complete putty in your hands, it's the tease. Most people don't realize just how insanely powerful anticipation can be, especially for men. And I'm not just talking about making him wait. I mean keeping him in that delicious place where he's not sure when or how he's going to get what he wants. That mental tension, that sense of not being in control, it makes him lose it in the best way. When you tease, you're not just working on his body, you're taking over his thoughts. He starts to imagine, wonder, crave. His body becomes more sensitive, his reactions more intense, he becomes desperate for your next move. And that's when it gets even better. Because once you've got him hanging on by a thread, that's when you flip it. That's when you switch from soft, slow, and gentle to bold, confident, and fully in charge. You find a rhythm. You lock eyes. And without saying anything, you let him know, "I've got you." That contrast from light and teasing to total control It rocks his entire nervous system. It wipes out every thought in his head, except for you. Let's break that down more. Teasing isn't just about stalling. It's about sparking curiosity. Start by getting close. Let him feel your breath on his skin. Let your lips brush the sensitive areas. His inner thighs, his stomach, his hips. Anywhere but the main part. Let your fingers trace little patterns. Stay calm. Stay steady. Maybe give one soft kiss and pull away. Maybe touch him. Look up at him with a sly smile. And pause. The longer you hold back, the more intensely he needs you. And then, when you finally give him what he's been begging for in his mind, you go all in. No hesitation. You're not asking what he wants, you're showing him. He doesn't even get a choice. That moment when you flip the power, that's everything. Because now, he's not just giving in to your touch, he's giving in to you. It makes you unforgettable. Not just because of what you did, but how you did it. With confidence, with sensual energy, with clear purpose. You didn't just turn him on, you took control of his desire. A lot of women think they have to be smooth and steady the whole time to be good at this, but real skill comes from contrast, from mixing soft moments with intense ones and keeping him on edge. That's what changes a nice moment into a powerful memory he replays every time he's alone. Teasing isn't just for fun, it's your secret weapon. Use it right, and he won't just want more, he'll crave it. Lock eyes with him like he's already yours. If there's one move that turns an ordinary act into something unforgettable, this is it. Looking him straight in the eyes while you're doing it. Not just a random glance or a shy peek. I'm talking about holding that look like you know exactly what you're doing. Like you're saying without words, yes, this is happening and I'm in charge. Here's something a lot of people miss. Physical closeness can be deeply emotional, especially for men. Sure, they may be seen as more physical, but when a woman brings a grounded, fearless presence into the room, it stirs something powerful in them. They stop seeing you as someone just giving pleasure. They feel like they've been picked. That you're not just going along, you're leading them, pulling them into something they didn't even know they needed. That gaze adds a whole new level to what you're doing. It connects what's happening physically to something deeper. And without saying a word, it tells him you're confident, that you're right here with him, and that you're not afraid to be fully seen. And when you do that, it gives him the freedom to let go completely. But don't force it. This isn't about making it awkward or too serious. It's about holding his gaze for just long enough, then breaking it. Maybe with a smirk, a playful grin, or raising your eyebrow like, oh yeah, you feel that. That moment, when your eyes meet, creates a mental loop. He sees you, he feels you, and now he can't forget you. There's also something deeply attractive in that kind of eye contact. It's not about putting on a show, it's about being real. When you look up at him like that, it says, I'm not just doing this with my body. I'm fully here with my mind, my emotions, and I want you to experience all of me. That kind of connection breaks past the usual surface level stuff. It makes him feel both excited and safe at the same time. And that feeling? It's addictive. Here's a little bonus move. When he's really close, like right there at the edge, give him one long, slow look. Don't rush it. Let your eyes stay on his. Let him feel the heat in you. That moment alone can push him over, not just because of what you're doing to his body, but because of how you just saw him. And in a world where so many men feel invisible outside the bedroom, being seen like that, it doesn't just turn them on, it soothes something deeper. This isn't about acting or putting on a performance, it's about being fully present. letting him feel not just your body, but your confidence, your energy, your control of the moment. When you take something that's already intimate and layer in that emotional depth, you don't just turn him on, you ruin him in the most unforgettable way. For anyone who doesn't know how to connect like you do, now whisper something he'll remember. There's something deeply instinctive about a whisper, especially in the middle of pleasure. Not yelling, not saying it out loud, but letting your words slide out, soft and close to his ear when he's completely open, lost in feeling and focused on nothing else but you. If you want to stay in his mind for days, this is how you do it. Because most people forget what you say in those heated moments stays with a man long after everything else fades. Touch might be short, but words, especially whispered ones, slinger. And I'm not saying say something shocking just for effect. It's not about being loud or crude. It's about using your voice as a second form of touch. Something that steers his emotions while your hands or mouth work on his body. It builds his excitement, deepens the moment, and makes sure he remembers you long after it's over. So what do you say? Here's where the real magic kicks in. Say something he's not expecting, something that sparks his mind as much as his body. It might be a bold, calm, "I love watching you lose control," or "You taste incredible," or even "I'm far from done with you." It might be a sexy hint about what's coming next, or it could be something softer, more emotional, like "I've been wanting this all day." Whatever it is, let it feel real. Let it feel like you're claiming him. The key is in making it feel personal, not random. Wait for that perfect second when he's deep in it, breathing faster, gripping the sheets, totally gone in the feeling. Then, leaning close, let your lips touch his ear and let it out slow. Let your breath hit his skin while your voice draws him in deeper. That's what leaves a mark. Not just the action, but the way you speak it. Because now that memory is more than physical, it's emotional, it's mental. That's what makes it stick. And here's the secret that really takes this to the next level. Your words show your power. They show you're not afraid to lead, not scared to speak what you want, not just reacting, but taking the moment and shaping it. And to a man, that is pure magnetism. That's the kind of woman who sticks in his thoughts, the one he doesn't just remember but daydreams about, the one whose voice, whose eyes, whose energy he keeps playing back in his head. You can be soft, you can be powerful, you can even tease and laugh and play, but whatever you do, mean it. Let it come from a place of ownership. Your voice, your confidence, your timing. That's what makes the difference. A whisper at just the right moment from a woman who knows her strength. That's not just sexy, that's unforgettable. So don't hold back, speak. Let it be soft, slow, and full of purpose. Let it reach the part of him that physical touch alone can't. Because when everything else is over, when the lights are out, and he's lying there alone, it's not just the sensation he'll remember. It's your voice, your gaze, your presence. That's what comes back. That's what keeps him coming back for more. These aren't just tricks or tips. They're keys to creating moments that matter. A fast, spontaneous moment doesn't have to feel rushed. It can feel intense. It can build connection. It can take hold of both his body and his heart and leave an imprint. Because when you bring your full self into the room, when you mix courage, playfulness, and mystery, you do more than please him. You change him. You make him feel something he doesn't want to forget. You make him long for more than just your touch. You make him long for you. And isn't that what real passion is about? Not just the physical part, but the part that reaches beyond skin and into the space where heat and emotion mix. That's where true attraction lives. And now, you know how to take him there. Quickly, deeply, in a way he'll never forget. If this stirred something in you, if it sparked a part of you that wants to step into that power, to be bold, to be magnetic, to show up as the full, irresistible woman you are, then don't keep it in. Share this with someone who needs that reminder. Hit like, subscribe. Let's keep building this energy together. And tell me in the comments, which of these moments are you ready to try next? Or better, what's your go-to move that always works like magic? Remember, you're allowed to take the lead. You're allowed to feel desire and express it. And when you do, you don't just turn a man on. You stay with him, in his thoughts, in his cravings, in his dreams. Until next time, stay fearless, stay radiant, and most of all, stay you.